Be ready and start. Further, the learned counsel appearing for the respondent, that is, Omega Solutions submitted that after the order passed by the tribunal, the order of the company law board got clarified through the order of the tribunal, At no point of time in the past, the appellants had sought for extension of time to honor their commitment of repaying the invested money with interest, due to their failure to pay the money within the time prescribed, and no sign of attempt to pay the money had resulted in the remote need to invoke the second limb of the company law board order, that is, the transfer of the land, the declaration of title and vesting of the property is the natural consequence to the decree and not beyond or behind the decree, The order of the NCLT constituted under Section 10 of the Companies Act is to be enforced by NCLT itself, Only in case of inability to execute the order, NCLT needs to send the case to the court, Therefore, these appeals lack question of law and they are abuse of law to prevent the original owner from the enjoying the fruits of the decree, in exercise of its powers and the discharge of its functions, Company law board has to be guided by principles of natural justice and shall act in its discretion, It also has power to regulate its own procedure, Section 634 empowers Company Law Board to execute its own order, It enables Company Law Board to send execution petition to a court in exercise of its inability to execute such orders, It is left to the discretion of Company Law Board that whether it has to be ability to execute or not, So, application of Civil Procedure Code in general or order in particular case under Companies Act, 1956 can be executed by the National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT executes its order, The guiding principle to be followed is the principle of natural justice, The appellant's case is not that executing the order has violated the principle of natural justice, The appellant's submissions proceed on a fundamentally erroneous basis that the scope of this tribunal's jurisdiction under Section 10 is not limited to adjudication of questions of law arising out of the order, but also extends to questions of facts in certain circumstances, This is a misreading of the judgments of the Supreme Court, and over. अगर आपको कोई भी वर्ड डिफ़िकल्ट लगे उसकी आउटलाइन के लिए या किसी भी तरह की कन्फ्यूज़न के लिए आप नीचे कमेंट करें। थैंक यू।